Again, as it's posted what it says is an internal CIA report. The document, labelled Secret, focuses on the perception that the United States is an exporter of terrorism. For more on the newly published leak, I'm now joined by RT's Lauren Lister in New York. Hello to you, Lauren. So there was a lot of fuss, wasn't there, ahead of this new leak, but is it living up to the hype?
What's interesting, Alice, is that really it isn't. There's nothing new in this memo. It's a very short memo from the Central Intelligence Agency that in essence is an analysis that has been done many times over by journalists and analysts here in the United States already. It talks about the impression, basically the reputation the U.S. may have abroad with foreigners as exporting terrorism, and it talks about cases that have been well documented all over the media. Of 5 Pakistani American young men who traveled from Northern Virginia overseas to allegedly join the Pakistani Taliban. It talks about as well the case of David Headley, who is a U.S. citizen who was believed to be involved in surveillance for the Mumbai terror attacks in India. So these are well documented cases, and their impression that they've made on the international community has been analyzed many times over. Also in this CIA document, it talks about if the U.S. policy on rendition is seen as too one-sided, that could hinder the U.S.'s getting cooperation from foreign governments, which I don't think is news to anybody.
Well, Lauren, Washington warned WikiLeaks last time about revealing sensitive information, but now it's done it again. So what is its motive?
Alice, there are a lot of people questioning more and more what the motives are of WikiLeaks, especially with the WikiLeaks, the man behind the website, Julian Assange, who has seen increased criticism for being kind of a publicity monger himself and acting with immense hubris and really seeking promotion with these releases. You'll recall after the 75,000 classified documents on the Afghan war were released, soon after that, on the website, they published a insurance document that was encrypted. But many people that we spoke to, sources, said that the U.S. government could easily decrypt this document. So what really was the point of putting that up? Was it just for publicity? There was immense speculation on that, and also criticism over Julian Assange, the man behind this website, for acting really irresponsibly. Even people that supported his release of the Afghan war document said he may have been not careful enough in redacting names that possibly could have gotten people hurt. So there have been increasing questions of really what is motivating Assange. Is it publicity? Is it hubris? Is it his own intentions himself?
And Lauren, where does the WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange get all this secret data from? I mean, does he have links to the CIA?
That's an interesting question, because I actually just spoke with an RT contributor, Wayne Madsen, who has worked for the National Security Agency here in the United States and is an investigative reporter himself. And he says that he is very suspicious that there are ties between Julian Assange and the CIA, namely because we have heard these reports of rape charges against Julian Assange that he faces in Sweden. Well, according to Assange, he was tipped off by Australian intelligence officials about those charges. Now, how Assange is getting help from these Australian intelligence officials when the intelligence community is supposed to be against him and supposed to be looking out for him is a real question, especially because Australian intelligence is a friend of U.S. intelligence, of the CIA. So if Australian intelligence officials are helping Assange, then that leads to questions as to what kind of ties he could have to the CIA as well. Really raising eyebrows and not passing the smell test, if you will.
The intrigue deepens. Okay, Lauren, many thanks. That was RT's